Do you have a pension? If so, you're one of the lucky ones. Pensions used to be the gold standard for retirement. Work 30 or 40 years, and your company or union guaranteed you a paycheck for life. But today, pensions are rare. And if you do have one, you're probably facing some important questions right now. Should I take the lump sum or monthly income? How do I coordinate my pension with Social Security? What happens to my spouse if I pass away? And what about taxes? These are not small questions. The choices you make with your pension could determine whether you have a stress free retirement or whether you're constantly worrying about money. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the key strategies for managing pensions in or near retirement. We'll cover payout options, survivor benefits, taxes, and how pensions fit into your bigger retirement income plan. So, if you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired and you've got a pension, this video is for you. So, let's dive in. First, let's understand pension basics. Let's make sure that we're on the same page about how pensions work. At its core, a pension is a promise from your employer to pay you a monthly income for life, usually based on your years of service and your salary. For example, your pension might say you'll get 1.5% of your final salary times the number of years you worked. So if you worked 30 years and you made $80,000, that's 1.5% times 30 times $80,000 equals $36,000 a year for the rest of your life. Sounds great, right? But here's where things get tricky. Pensions come with choices. At retirement, you often have to decide monthly payments or a one-time lump sum. You may also want to choose between different payout options, like single life, just for you, or joint and survivor, meaning for both you and your spouse. And of course, pensions are taxable, which means Uncle Sam is always in the picture. If you make the wrong choice, it's usually irreversible. That's why planning ahead is critical. Number two is, should you take the lump sum versus monthly income? This is one of the biggest pension decisions you'll ever face. Should you take the monthly check or roll the money into an IRA as a lump sum? And the reason why it's potentially the biggest decision is it's a permanent decision. Once you make the decision, it's final. Here's the case for a monthly check. Guaranteed income for life, like Social Security, there's no market risk. You know exactly what you're getting each month, and you have peace of mind for covering the basic expenses. Here's the case for a lump sum check. You have flexibility, and you control the money, not your employer. So you get to decide where should you invest it. It's also better for inheritance. If you pass away, your family can still benefit. Versus if you took the monthly check, you use it until you're done. So once you pass away, or if you and your wife pass away or spouse pass away, it's no longer going to pay out the benefit. It's not going to go to your kids or your grandkids. The other part is you have potential growth for a lump sum. If invested wisely, it could provide more income than the monthly check. But here's the caution. If you take the lump sum and then you mismanage it, it's all on you. You've taken that risk. You could run out of money. And with the monthly check, the risk doesn't exist. So how do you decide? If you highly value guaranteed income and you're not confident managing investments, the monthly check may be better. If you have other guaranteed income sources, like Social Security or an annuity, and want flexibility, the lump sum may fit. An advisor can calculate the break even to see which option provides more long-term value. So for example, I worked with a couple where the husband had a pension offering $2,000 a month or a lump sum of $400,000. At first, he leaned toward the lump sum, but when we ran the numbers, the guaranteed income covered most of their essential expenses, and they liked that peace of mind. They ended up taking the monthly payment. And for another client with plenty of guaranteed income already, the lump sum gave them flexibility. The right choice depends on your bigger plan. Number three, survivor benefits, protecting your spouse. Another critical pension decision is whether to choose a single life payout or a joint and survivor option. Single life means the higher monthly payments, but they stop once you die. They don't even go to your spouse. And there's no lump sum that will go to them either. Joint and survivor means smaller monthly payments, so less than the single life payout, but your spouse continues to receive income if you pass away. Here's the pushback I often hear. Why should I take a smaller check just to cover my spouse? If you die and your pension ends, your spouse could be left in financial trouble. Social Security survivor benefits help, but often not enough. So think of it this way. Survivor benefits are like life insurance built into your pension. If protecting your spouse matters to you, and for most retirees it does, the joint and survivor option is worth considering, even if it reduces your monthly income. Number 4, coordinating pensions with Social Security. Your pension doesn't exist in a vacuum. Most retirees also have Social Security, and the trick is to coordinate the two. For example, if your pension covers most of your expenses, you might delay Social Security to age 70, locking in a higher benefit for life. If your pension is smaller, you may claim Social Security earlier to supplement your income. If you're a teacher or a government worker with a pension, you may face what's called the windfall elimination provision, or government pension offset, which reduces your Social Security benefits. The key strategy is looking at all income sources together. Your pension, Social Security, your investments. Decide for you what the best claiming strategy is. Number 5, taxes and pensions. Here's something many retirees don't think about. Pensions are fully taxable as ordinary income. That means your $40,000 pension isn't really $40,000. It might be closer to $30,000 after federal and state taxes, depending on what tax bracket you're in. Now, here's where a strategy may come in. If you take a lump sum and roll it to an IRA, you control the withdrawals and can manage the taxes more strategically. If you take monthly income, you lose flexibility. You're taxed every year on the full amount. Pensions can also push you into a higher Medicare bracket, IRMAA surcharges, or cause more of your Social Security to be taxed. One strategy is to pair your pension with a Roth conversion early in retirement. If your pension covers expenses, you may use withdrawals from your IRA for strategic conversions before required minimum distributions kick in. The bottom line here is that pensions create a tax complexity, and taxes are one of the biggest hidden costs in retirement. A good plan looks at your pension and your tax bracket together. All right, so number 6, integrating pensions into an income plan. Think of your pension as one leg of a three-legged stool. Now, this is pretty typical. If you think about the three-legged stool, you have your pension income, your Social Security, and your portfolio withdrawals. Together, these create your retirement paycheck. And the key is balance. Your pension may cover your basic needs, but you still need a strategy for discretionary spending. And we want to make sure we have inflation protection and, more importantly, for emergencies. That's where your portfolio comes in. Too many retirees focus on just one piece of the three-legged stool, like maximizing their pension payout, without stepping back to see how it fits the bigger picture. The best strategy is always integrated. If you have a pension, you have an incredible asset, but the choices you make, lump sum or monthly, single or joint, how it coordinates with Social Security and taxes, will shape your retirement for decades. Don't make these decisions in isolation. Don't just check a box on your HR form. Take the time to look at your entire retirement plan and see how your pension fits. The right strategy can mean tens of thousands of dollars more in your pocket, more peace of mind for you and your spouse, and more confidence that you'll never run out of money. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more retirement strategies. And if you want help making these decisions with your own pension, reach out. I'd love to walk you through your options and build a plan that's right for you. There should be a link in the description below to set some time up if that's what you want to do. Look forward to seeing you next time. See you later.